Ride the Lightning celebrated, was it 200 episodes?
Yep.
With a real live interview with Elon Musk. It was an hour-long audio-only interview. Given, I'm going to opinionate here a little bit, given Ride the Lightning's very much in the tank for Tesla, it wasn't a bad interview. There was no hard-hitting questions. There wasn't a lot of follow-up. And a lot of times Elon just kind of went in some other direction. But there was a lot of information dispensed. Not necessarily, not all of it was brand new, but some of it was certainly interesting. So what I'm going to do, because this week's show is not about me, it's about you, the panelists. Pick one thing and tell me about it. And let's start with Casey Green.
I liked that he said that the Tesla pickup will start at $49,000.
You like that?
I like that. It makes it much more approachable than some of the competition.
Can I ask a follow-up question?
Yeah.
Do you like that he said it would? Or do you like that it's guaranteed that it will?
I would say it's probably like an 80% chance it'll actually happen, and then probably a 50% chance that you'll actually want to buy that one versus the more expensive ones that he puts out.
Okay. All right. That's a very good answer. Thank you.
And they'll make 6, and then they'll be like, nobody wants these.
Right, exactly.
Exactly.
I mean, you would think that Tesla learned something. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't mean Tesla. I mean Elon. You would think Elon might have learned a lesson with the 35K Model 3. Like just getting spanked by the entire globe on it. And
it hits even closer to home. I wanted to buy the Model S 40. And the week I got my down payment together, they canceled the
killed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost get like that's sort of reasonable. You know what I mean? But like 35K Model 3, 35, it's the first affordable EV. Not so much.
Hey, if you hung on to it and you wanted it, you could have had it.
What do you mean?
You could have had the $35,000 car if you had waited.
There was a 3-week window where you could get it.
I waited 26 months. I got mine.
I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm just saying that it was like, okay, we got to make some. Now we're done. You know what I mean? There's really no question. And there's also no question that for years, the $80,000 pickup truck is going to be the one that's available, not the $49,000 one. What I'm saying here is that Rivion's going to eat their lunch for a long time before Tesla actually does.
I don't think so. Rivion's selling their vehicle for $90,000 too.
Starting at
$79,900.
$49,900, which is why I'm going to put forth Elon had to say his truck will be $49,000.
Yeah. It's not going to be $49,000. It's going to be $48,999 and 50 cents.
97. No ups, no extras. Tony Schaefer, what was your takeaway from the RTL interview?
I found it particularly annoying how he spent the first 45 minutes giving a complete history of Tesla and bringing the multiple cars out on the stage.
I think you get the wrong one there.
That's a different interview.
That's beautiful, Tony. I mean,
that was beautiful.
That was like surrealist art. That was nice.
Yeah, let me come clean on this. I didn't actually listen to the show. My favorite part of the interview is listening to Russell rant about the interview.
Thank you. I appreciate that, even if you don't mean it.
Oh, no. I thoroughly enjoy it. I mean it.
Okay, Mark Coughlin.
I liked 2 things.
Yes,
I liked when they talked about why the Model Y unveil was so subdued.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of interesting that Elon had indicated that he didn't want to take away any thunder of the Model 3 that was now just in volume production. Didn't want to be an Osborne effect on the car. The people were just going to wait until the Model Y as opposed to get a Model 3 that they could order today. So that was kind of interesting and true. They had to announce the Model Y because, of course, they already said it was going to happen in mid-March, and mid-March was at that time. So they were going to have to announce it regardless. But because, of course, the headlines would have been crazy if they didn't announce it. Then, Tesla's going bankrupt and whatever else because they couldn't even announce a car that they're that they haven't made yet. So it would be terrible. The other thing that was interesting was the HUD discussion on the Model 3 with Elon. And Ryan had asked if there was ever the possibility that a HUD would be installed in the Model 3. And Elon indicated that he doesn't like HUDs. So, no, we weren't going to do a HUD. And it was like, okay, well, obviously part of the real answer there might have been cost or an additional item added to the parts list of the Model 3. But just because Elon doesn't like a HUD and finds it, that's not to his liking, I think you could find a lot of people that would like a HUD. I think you could even do that today. You could still find people that would like to have a HUD. So just kind of ridiculous that he hung his hat on that answer.
Yeah, and that seemed to have gone by pretty fast. It was sort of like when you ask a really deep question and then they say no. Okay.
You don't challenge Elon in his office.
Right?
Okay. They would have never found Ryan's body. Like, we'd be like, where's the Ride the Lightning guy? What happened to him?
Yeah, he was on episode 199 and he's gone.
But come on, if any car company is going to have the coolest heads-up display, it would be Tesla. No doubt.
Well, the other thing is that people toyed with is that the Model S or X would get it first. There's no way they would introduce it to a volume discounted car before they would put it on an S and an X.
Which it really isn't that much. You know what I mean? It's cheaper than S and X, but we're not talking about like a $35,000 car.
No, you're talking what, a $45,000
$45 grand, yeah, or more. I mean, it's really.
But again, as GM and Ford tell us, every cent counts once you start making more and more vehicles.
Yeah, and those decisions are made like that by the major car companies all the time.
Yeah.
My father worked for American Motors, and he would tell me like 2 cents difference in a safety belt. Guess which one we're using?
Yep.
And it was no different there than at
the one that phrase under.
Hey, it's 2 cents cheaper. There's no like, we need our drivers. We're going to give them the extra safe one. And I get that math at some point. I do, but the other side of it is, you need your customers to be alive.
Yeah.
It sounds like your competitors could simply have a commercial that says, "You're worth the extra 2 cents to us."
And again, there's money sitting on the table. I mean, I complain about Elon not getting autopilot or whatever, getting software stuff, but we got money to port Cuphead over. We have developers to do that. But hey, so your brakes are wonky. You'll do.
Oh, come on, the brakes aren't wonky.
They fixed them.
Come on.
They fixed them. No, come on.
The low blow.
That
was a bumper update.
I you know what? Fine, I'll own it. They delivered Model 3 with wonky brakes. Consumer Reports called them out on it, and they fixed
wonky, but they were better after they were called out.
They were the worst.
No, they weren't the worst.
They were inconsistent after multiple hard braking attempts, and then they were improved the consistency.
The phrase "inconsistent brakes" should not be a thing.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
Inconsistent after multiple hard braking attempts. If you are getting in that many close calls, somebody is trying to kill you.
Then you deserve to die, is what it sounds like.
No. If somebody's doing that to you, you are somebody is trying to murder you.